Hey everyone, it's Rosalind. I am so glad you're here to garden with me. Today we are out here by the flower bed by the chicken coop. You might remember from an earlier video I had shown you this bed. We built this chicken coop just last spring and I added just this little inky dinky flower bed right in front of the coop, and I planted a non-invasive honeysuckle that's growing up the front of the coop and an incredible hydrangea. And then last fall I was like, man, I really want to extend this bed to this along the side of the chicken coop. So I did that. And then I went to the garden center and they had like a 75% off on their plants. And so I bought this little serviceberry tree and I planted it right there. Then I was like, well, this needs to be part of the flower bed. So I extended the flower bed out a little bit. And now I want to fill this bed with herbs for the hens and plants for the pollinators, as well as for the wildlife. So we are doing phase 1 planting today. I'm going to be adding some beautiful color in here and some herbs. So let me give you a backed up view of this to kind of show you where we're at. This is our flower garden where we grow all of our cut flowers for a cut flower farm. And then this is where we're planting today. So right behind the flower garden, I have a row of evergreens because I want this space to just be kind of like a secret garden back here. These two plants are black lace elderberries. I picked those up the same time that I bought the serviceberry. These grow flowers for the pollinators this spring. And then this fall, they'll have berries for the birds. Then I have some daffodils and crocus that were blooming this spring just in the grass. When I made this bed last fall, I simply put cardboard on top of the grass because I decided to do the no-till method. And I put compost on top of the cardboard. And as you can see, there's some grass and some weeds that are coming back. So I'm going to quickly clean that up. Then we're going to get these beautiful plants in the ground. And then I'm going to put some wood chips on top to finish it up. And then I'll give you a little tour at the end. I've shared this before, but whenever I go to put perennials or annuals in the ground, I always, I dig the hole, and then in the bottom of the hole, I add a plant food, either an all-purpose plant food or a plant starter. So that's what we're going to be putting in the bottom of the holes today before we put our plants in. Now, let me show you the plants that we'll be using today. So I'm going to start with the Supertunia Vista Jazzberry. And I'm going to plant this right along the front of the flower bed, kind of as a ground cover. The hummingbirds love Supertunias, as well as this plant. This is a perennial in our growing zone. We're in a growing zone 5. And this is Agastache Sunrise Orange. If you can get your hands on this plant, you need it in your garden. And then I'm going to be adding these herbs. I have a basil, some rosemary, a few cilantros, some dill that I want to grow for the swallowtails. They use the dill as a host plant. Now, let's get this flower bed cleaned up, the plants in the ground, and then I'll give you a little tour at the end. goodness, this flower bed is turning out to be so cute. Let me turn the camera around and give you a little tour. It's starting to rain a little bit, so hopefully the camera won't get wet. Give you a quick tour. So I did 5 of the super petunias in front. I have 2 left over, but I think I'm going to place those out by the mailbox. And instead of taking it on around, I'm going to plant something else along the front. So I have the agastache right in there, and then behind it, I just have the swoop of herbs. The rosemary, the dill is over there, the cilantro, more rosemary, and then the basil in front because this one is supposed to be short. So in the front, there's the incredible hydrangea, some daffodil foliage, and the honeysuckle. I'm going to show you the tag. This is a sensation honeysuckle, and it says that it's non-invasive. But it gets beautiful yellow flowers that smell good, and then it gets little red berries. I think the mulch in here just gives it a finished look. So in the next planting video that I'll be doing of this flower bed, I'm going to add some, I'm sorry about my dirty fingers, I'm going to be adding some berry shrubs up against the chicken coop, and then I want to plant something along the front and maybe add a few more herbs in here. Thank you so much for gardening with me today. I hope it's been fun for you and inspires you to plant something fun in your own garden. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.